After having pulled out and completely restored my 24-year-old Miata engine, I can finally begin installing the supercharger kit from TrackDog Racing. And so I'm going to get started today by installing the intercooler, air ducting, and relocating the power steering cooler, since it's all much easier to do with the engine actually out of the car. And I got started like I always do, by making a mistake. Yay! I broke the bolt in half. And there's a chance I actually do need those screw threads for the oil cooler. Okay, that's cool. So I just kept moving along. And the first thing I need to do here is make some space so I can access and pull out the power steering cooler. The metal tubes that some of the power steering fluid runs through to passively cool. And the reason for this is that's where we want to install the intercooler. So this kit provides some hoses to basically extend and relocate that to the bottom of the intercooler instead. Metal support has two tabs on the side that are supposed to open out, and they're kind of rusted in place right now. And even though I'm working on this with the engine out of the car, I still found it kind of difficult to kind of get into these awkward positions and figure out how to get this disconnected. This is not as easy as I thought this was gonna be. Finally. And if you're wondering how I know how to do any of this, I don't actually. I'm kind of just blindly following the instructions and learning as I go. And as part of making clearance for the new intercooler, I'm replacing the radiator brackets with modified ones from the kit that actually drop it a little. Alright, I got this AC condenser kind of hooked on to this part of the frame, and then bungee cord up here. It's not really applying much pressure, but just enough to get it off the support. And here's a new modified support that I'm going to put in. And with all that work done, it's time to cut and bend some of that front brace to make room for the piping that'll go over the radiator and AC compressor. With all that space created, the next step was to rivet in the support plates, which is what the intercooler is actually going to be mounted to. And in addition to lowering the radiator and the AC condenser brackets at the bottom of it also need to be modified to move the whole thing about half an inch to the left. So I'm trying to basically figure out how to actually do that without making a hole in the thing. Finally. So it was going pretty smoothly. I actually got quite a bit done, but I'm getting really frustrated with the AC condenser. Trying to bend this into place and line things up while this cable just doesn't want to move and is weighed down by the whole compressor. It's just such a pain. Alright, I took a break to have dinner, and while I had dinner, I studied the booklet. And it turns out, I was a little confused because when I test fit the radiator, the AC condenser is kind of just sitting wonky right now. So I was trying to figure out how it actually would work. And then I finally read the whole thing through and realized it actually will end up attaching to the radiator and using that as a support. So that clarifies a lot, because the whole time the instructions are having you do stuff, but sometimes it's not telling you where you're going. So the entire time you're just like, okay, I don't know what we're doing, but if you say so. And then like 20 pages later, you realize, oh, okay, that makes sense now. And with the bracket relocated, I was kind of confused how this condenser was supposed to sit well. I was struggling trying to figure out how to get that fitment right, and then I had the thought to reread the instructions. I read the directions again, and it turns out I was supposed to move the mount this way, which I did. And then when I put it on, it didn't line up. And so I twisted it by hand to fit it. And now I read the instructions properly, and you were supposed to move this a half inch to the left to compensate for that. Frustrated with my own incompetence, I decided to just call it a night and come back to it fresh the next day. All right, it's the next day. And let's go over what I learned yesterday. One, I should probably not drill the new holes while that bracket is in place, because I think I actually drilled out the threads on the back of that bracket, so these screws are not like truly as tight as they used to be. And number two, I can't read. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and undo the bending of the bracket and mount this compressor correctly. And it was all going pretty smoothly until I realized that last screw wasn't really going in. So I actually got that right screw in perfectly. The left one, I don't think I drilled that hole as straight as I should have. So on the back of it, it doesn't line up with the bracket that has the threads in it. I'm almost just considering zip tying it in place. And now both are not reaching the threads. I still don't exactly understand what happened here, but basically that screw was not going into the threads at the back there. At least one of these was screwing in just fine a minute ago, and then I had the great idea to try and do it properly and undid it, and then now for some reason I somehow screwed up both the threads. Zip ties it is now. Dan, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. Yeah. That's good enough for me. So now the AC condenser and radiator are dropped about maybe 1.5 inches to 2 inches lower, which apparently is needed to make room for the intercooler piping, which, yeah, I guess I could believe that, because the piping has to go over it. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna move on to the air ducting now. So these are all custom-made ABS panels for my car that come with the kit. And what they basically do is block off any areas where air can leak out and instead force everything as much as possible to make its way through the condenser, through the intercooler, and through the radiator, basically optimizing the cooling efficiency of this car. And speaking of cooling, now I can finally install the intercooler, which, if you're not familiar, basically works as a radiator but for your intake temperatures. Because when you boost the car using a turbocharger or supercharger, you're compressing that air and producing a lot of heat, and cold air entering the engine has more oxygen than warm air. Intercooler is in. Eventually this will have pipes coming out, and got the factory horn put back right there as well. Pretty neat. So the intercooler is kind of a must-have for any boosted application to make sure you're making as much power as possible. And with all of those modifications handled, the last remaining part was to cut and extend the power steering cooler to fit underneath the intercooler. With all of these modifications complete, the engine is finally ready to put back in the car so that I can finish installing the rest of the supercharger kit, which is something I've been looking forward to for a long time. And it's not just for the supercharger kit, but if you've been following along, you've seen the process of me learning how to pull this engine out and then fall in the rabbit hole of completely disassembling it to take care of all this maintenance and while I'm in there upgrades. So it'll be pretty cool to see if it even starts after I've done so much to it. I think that's it. I wasn't able to do some of the lower ducting that involves the bumper, so I'm gonna wait until the bumper's on after the engine is on to finish that up. There is a lot of shiny going on here, and it's kind of cool to see that. I have been so excited to finally get this thing supercharged, and also before that back together. Digging into that supercharger install booklet and knocking some stuff out really feels like I'm finally back on that path. So subscribe if you want to stick along and watch the supercharger actually go in and see what that's like, because I've never done any of this work, the engine work, the supercharger stuff, or anything like it. So it is a huge learning experience for me as I'm doing it. So subscribe if you want to follow along, and if you want to help support this channel and this build, you can check out the merch and Patreon page linked down below. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.